Mr. Math here. Thanks for watching my videos. Be sure to like and subscribe and remember to ring the bell to be notified of updates. Hello viewers, welcome back to Oblivion Remastered. This is Geoffrey Geoffrey, the Cleric of the Divines, standing in front of his house in the Imperial City waterfront. And we are currently working on stuff for the Fighters and Mages Guilds. That's what we've been doing for the past few episodes, and we're going to continue.
Many are going insane. They've been called back to Blackwood.
So previously, to do a quick recap, for the Fighters Guild, we were doing stuff in both Anvil and Cheydinhal. After we discovered that the Guildmaster's son was killed in action during what should have been a routine job, but turned into something much bigger, thanks to the Blackwood Company suddenly showing up and slaughtering everyone. And so the Guildmaster was pretty upset about that, despite the fact that she really should have figured that, you know, this is a dangerous life and something could happen. But no, she decided to blame Geoffrey for that and demoted him, which Geoffrey is still pretty sore about, though he has since been sent back to his previous rank, and in fact even promoted beyond that again. But while she was cooling down, he was doing jobs for the Anvil and Cheydinhal guild halls. The one for Cheydinhal was keeping him around the city, but the one for Anvil sent him all the way up to Bruma, which is kind of a reversal. Usually the Anvil quests were keeping him around Anvil, and the Cheydinhal quests were sending him halfway across the map. But at any rate, he completed a bunch of those jobs, and now the Cheydinhal Guildmaster, Burz Gro Khash, told Geoff that he should go talk to Oreyn in Chorrol. Because even though Oreyn was literally kicked out of the guild over the Guildmaster's son dying a good death, as an orc would put it, he's apparently still doing something because he wants to speak to Geoff unofficially. So we've been told. As for the Mages Guild, Traven here at the university sent us up to Bruma to find out what's going on at the local guild hall chapter, because apparently they'd been out of contact for unusually long time. And not too surprisingly, when Geoff got up there, he discovered that they were all dead. Apparently they were killed by the King of Worms himself. So he came back and informed Traven of that. And after Traven took a few days to digest that information, he then decided that, well, actually, someone else decided that they were going to use some artifacts to try to fight back against the Necromancers. Still currently in Geoffrey's mind, an open question whether they're actually doing that or that's just a smoke cover to hand the artifacts over to the Necromancers. But either way, Traven has charged Geoffrey to get those artifacts back. And one of them is at a fort not too far away from Chorrol. So we can kind of sort of kill two birds with one stone. Talk to Oreyn, see what he has to say. And then if it's not something that's immediately in the area, go down and find that artifact. Reclaim that artifact from the fools who stole it. So let's get a move on. Jumping across the surface of the water. Now that my acrobatics is high enough. Now, I really could have sworn that you had to be a master of acrobatics to be able to do this, but nope, just expert's good enough. Let's see here. I want to check on something. Okay. Welp. Geoffrey has realized that he skipped lunch, so he's going to stop in for some food.
So, welcome to the Walnut Inn. Could I interest you in a room or perhaps a bit of wine?
Well, what do you have for
A little food and drink will do you some good.
Okay.
I let that go too cheaply. A fine bargain for you. You drive a hard bargain. A fine bargain for you.
Ham and cheese sandwich, along with a few leaves of lettuce, ought to do the trick.
I appreciate your business.
The way you emphasized the word wine before, it's almost like you were trying to lead me to something.
Yes, actually, I'm quite fond of collecting all manners of wines from all over Tamriel. But one vintage continues to elude me. Shadow Banish wine. How I'd love to add it to my collection. Say, that gives me an idea. You look like the adventuring type. If you can retrieve 6 bottles of Shadow Banish wine, I'll gladly pay you well. All I know about them is that they're found in the many fort ruins scattered all over Cyrodiil.
Well, I have 2. Will you take those?
Well, apparently the wine is so rare because it was only made in one tiny batch. It's the product of an alchemist who was also a vintner. Besides tasting incredible, the magic within the wine allows the imbiber to be gifted with Night Eye. The vintner made it special for the Legion soldiers posted at the forts when they were active long ago. It was perfect for keeping lookouts warm on cold nights and helping them see better in the dark. Clever, eh?
Being that I'm a fairly skilled healer, I can tell you that drinking alcohol when it's cold out is not the best idea. Short-term gain, long-term danger.
By the divines, you found some! Fantastic! Hang on to it for now. I must have 6 before I'll be truly satisfied. Then I'll have more than anyone else in Cyrodiil.
I was hoping to get it out of my inventory.
Keep looking for that wine. Farewell.
Well, that's too bad. Okay, well, anyway, let's have lunch. Let's see here. Oh dear, my mouse pointer's gotten messed up. Oh dear, it's really gotten messed up. Look at that. It's way down there, but it thinks it's at the top of the window. Ah, there we go. Not sure what the big deal with that was. Right, so I've had my ham and cheese and lettuce sandwich. only it had been tomato rather than cheese, it could have been like a BLT. Technically not bacon, but, you know, ham isn't too far different. I was really hoping she would take these bottles of wine off of my inventory, but no. Alright, so we're going to go talk to Oreyn, see what he has to say. Looks like we're into unofficial, not strictly guild business now. But Geoffrey is fine with that. He's still irritated about being demoted for something that was not his fault, simply because the guildmaster decided to be completely unreasonable about what it means to be a warrior for hire. Okay, no Daedra have popped out. Now that's kind of weird, how sometimes Daedra still pop out even though the gate's closed. I guess the fabric of reality is still kind of weak in places where there was an Oblivion Gate. Uh-oh, something aggroed on me. That was just a bear. Uh-huh. Improved my block seal and finally leveled up. That took a while. My experience indicator was just slowly edging upward for quite a while. Finally tipped over the top. It is getting kind of late. I suspect that by the time I get to Oreyn's house, it'll be locked for the evening. And if that's the case, might as well take the opportunity to sleep at my own house and get that level up. You know, I gotta say this, old Oblivion, not new Oblivion here, but old Oblivion, looked great for its time, and honestly the graphics do still mostly hold up, but wow, they really pushed it. You know, this is what we all thought old Oblivion looked like back in the day. Still looks great, but you know, can't be denied that this is simply better graphics. If that was the only improvement, I wouldn't consider this to be worth playing. The fact that they did fix up some of the gameplay. Going the wrong way, I need to just try to speak to Oreyn. And the fact that they did improve some of the gameplay along with the graphics, that makes this game worth playing. Let's see, I think Oreyn's house was over here. This was it, wasn't it?
Please, join me.
You still haven't put your armor back on. Honestly, I can't fault the guildmaster for kicking you out. You're not ready at all for a fight. Of course, that was pretty pathetic armor. The last time we went out together with you wearing iron armor, you got your backside handed to you. Anyway,
Your quest for the Crusaders' relics was the equal of any of the old tales. Well met, Sir Knight.
Trying to butter me up so that'll help you, are you? Well, don't worry about that. I'm still kind of irritated with the guild master. So, tell me what you got, and we'll see what there is to do next.
To bring them down, I need more information. My sources tell me they're trying to expand, and they've set up camp in Glade Mist Cave. I want you to go there and capture Arjum Kajin, one of their leaders. Bring him back to me. I'd like to spend some time talking to him.
That sounds kind of tricky. An Argonian, I take it.
He's the one in charge of this expansion. I know he's a high-ranking member of the group. An Argonian mage, from what I hear.
A mage? Granted, I'm decent with magic myself, but still, a mage in a group of Fighters Guild substitutes. That's, interesting.
Go get him!
Glade Mist Cave, you say? Okay, that's not too far away. I've been past it a few times. Okay. Here's how we'll handle this. We will go down here to Fort Ontus to get that artifact for the Mages Guild. Then go back up to Glade Mist Cave to deal with this business. Addendum. We will go down to Fort Ontus to get the Mages Guild artifact. Take that back to Traven. Then go up to Glade Mist Cave to get this guy and bring him over to Oreyn. Sounds reasonable. Alright, let's see if I can sell this bear pelt. I'm not sure what time it is, but I think it's still early enough that the store ought to be open.
It's my pleasure. Please continue.
Alright.
Only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in?
Pay me for this, please. Thank you.
A pleasure to serve you.
Rumors. What's going on around here?
I'm sure you've heard that Glistel and Melentus Ancris are living together. Simply shameful.
Geoffrey does not see the problem.
Bye.
As long as they are consenting adults, let them do what they want. Okay, that's...
What's the news from the other parts of town?
Nothing I'd like to talk about.
Safe travels.
Oh, no, wait. I want to go to the Mages Guild to see about charging my weapons back up.
Hello!
What?
Do I need to do that? It's not telling me the current charge.
Did you hear that Dharma came back, safe and sound? You know, Ceednius' daughter, the Argonians.
Fine.
Okay, yeah.
Good day.
The sword definitely needs to be recharged. So let's see. Is the weapon charger in here? I don't see him offhand. He's probably having dinner. And if he is, then he will not be currently doing his thing.
Well met.
Oh, yeah, he's not open for business.
Good day.
Okay, well, let's get a night's sleep and see if he changes his tune in the morning.
I see you. Hello.
No one's going out to Harlan's watch after what the fighters...
Alrighty then. Currently 8 p.m. Good solid 10 hours. Okay. All right. Finally leveled up again. It's going to be forever before that happens again. Seeing as most of my major skills are really high up there now. Let's see. Kind of slipped off the front porch of my house and couldn't get back up to actually get out of there. Alright, so let's see. I suppose I'm lucky enough that he'll be active at this time of day. He seems to live down here. Yep, here he is.
It's my pleasure. Please continue.
And of course you're not open for business yet.
Good day.
You gonna keep following me? No, apparently not. It is almost 7. When does he start charging weapons? 8? I saw him moving around. Going back to sleep for 2 minutes, eh?
Yes? I've heard of you. You're the Divine Crusader everybody's talking about.
Yes, I'm also a member of the Mages Guild, so here we go.
Always keep your magical equipment charged.
There we go. 1 million G, and he didn't charge me any of it. Is that a glitch, or is it just because I'm a Mages Guild member?
Farewell.
I mean, if that's the benefit of being a Mages Guild member, you know, it's a good one. But honestly, I'm perfectly fine with paying. It's not like I can't afford it. Alright then.
Hi there.
The Chestnut Handy stables now offer to protect your horse.
So, time to go down to that fort and find that Mages Guild artifact. Okay, I need to go to Fort Ontus. So let's put that quest on the active slot. And get moving.
How do you do?
Lots of...
Okay, so it's southwestish. There's some pretty serious hills off this way. For some reason the quest marker is green. That's a little bit unusual. Seeing as the item I'm going to find is supposed to be inside the fort. I fully expect that when I arrive, there's going to be Necromancers swarming around the place, having killed everyone. The only question in my mind is the person who took the amulet in the first place working for them? Perhaps even one of them? Oh dear. What's going on over there? I saw him doing his summoning, which means he was attacking someone. Well, it's not where I'm going, so they're not in my way. And they're pretty far away from the road or any important landmarks. So we can leave them be for now. Let's see. So it's kind of over that crest. So let's go this way and around. Let's see here. Kind of tripped over a rock there. Let's see. Where is it exactly? It's not up there. So it looks like my best bet is to go all the way over there and around. Oh, something aggroed on me. Oh, one of these guys. Well, stuck on a tree, are you? There we go. Okay. Maybe I'm going to have to actually go up the incline.
This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death. This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death.
All right then. Still no glass helm. There is kind of a game trail here, and I happen to be chasing some game on it even as we speak. Here we go. Talk about remote. I once came along this crest. It was quite a while ago. But I came along the high mountain crest when I was traveling from Chorrol down to Anvil at one point. Kind of surprised I missed this place. Bandits?
Jump on my sword while you can. Now you will know pain.
Come on, show me what... Come on, game, show me the the effects of these... There we go, finally. They're exactly the same. Just the order of the effects is backwards.
Take that!
Oh, this is a marauder. Rather than a bandit. Subtle difference, but marauders have heavy armor, whereas bandits have light. Okay, this is... This is where I'm headed. there should be mages here. So are the Marauders working with them, perhaps as bodyguards? The Necromancer's Amulet. I've arrived at Fort Ontus. I need to find Caranya and get the Necromancer's Amulet from her. Summon skeleton. Sounds like a Necromancer thing to me. You know, these forts really are a menace these days, since the legions abandoned them. Just monsters and bandits in the forts now. A fellow guild member? Hello.
Are you here about the amulet? If so, Caranya has it.
Huh. This might be easier than I expected. Probably won't be, but, you know, might. Are these guys disguised necromancers? Is that what's going on here?
If you're here to help, you'd best go see Caranya. She'll tell you what we need.
Let's see.
Welcome. Please, don't be shy. I'm listening. You'd better talk to Caranya before you do anything else.
Now, Geoffrey was sent here to get the amulet back. But he could be persuaded to turn coat. Because he hasn't forgotten how the guild was very unfair to him previously because he's an orc. Let's see. At least that's how he sees it. Yeah, he was investigating something for the guild down in Leowyn, only to be falsely accused of theft. And, you know, if he was, you know, a human, or, you know, a high elf or a Dunmer, they probably wouldn't have even blinked. But no, he's an orc, so they immediately jumped to the worst possible conclusion. And while they've kind of sort of made a start at making up for it since then, he hasn't forgotten.
You'd better talk to Caranya before you do anything else.
Why is this one locked? The other one wasn't locked. The direct route or the sneaky route? For the time being, yeah, let's go in openly. It's like I said, he could be persuaded.
Are you here about the amulet? If so, Caranya has it.
Let's see if Caranya can persuade Geoffrey to do things her way. Okay, come on. Expert more. I don't need expert. I need master. I was thinking maybe that was a bridge up there, but no, it's just an archway. Okay, well. Let's go the open and honest way and see if Caranya can persuade us.
What are you doing here? Well, Caranya will want to talk to you. You should go see her.
Alrighty. Wait a second. Why is this one locked? Excuse you.
Look at the muscles on you.
Yeah, be mindful. If you are indeed a Necromancer undercover, you know, your master could persuade me to turn coat too. I don't particularly care about the Mages Guild. They're useful or a place to buy magic. Is there a trap here? Offhand, I don't see a trap here. Okay. I thought that was a pile of bones, but no, it's just broken up rubble.
What are you doing here? Well, Caranya will want to talk to you. You should go see her.
I take it you are Caranya? You're not beating the accusation of being a Necromancer plant. Good evening.
Well, well, this is quite a surprise. I thought you were Traven's lapdog, doing whatever he said. And yet, here you are. Good that you've finally seen the light. The cause will benefit from your assistance.
Okay. Could go either way still. Maybe she's an honest member of the Mages Guild who just doesn't like the way Traven's doing things. Or maybe she is indeed a secret necromancer working for Manimarco.
The Mages Guild has made more than a few enemies since necromancy was banned.
Yeah, that's not clearing it up at all. So you have the amulet.
What? You're here to take it back to Traven?
Not necessarily.
Oh, my dear, I'm afraid you're in over your head. I don't answer to Traven. I heed only the word of Manimarco. When he has the amulet, his power will be increased, and Traven will be helpless to stand in his way. You, I'm afraid, won't be standing at all. I promise I'll make this quick. I'd like to have you mostly intact, so Manimarco can suck the marrow from your bones.
You could persuade me to join you, but no. No, you're immediately making a fight of it. Clown. Fortify willpower, intelligence, magicka, drain strength. Okay, don't want that. Caranya was a traitor to the Mages Guild and intended to deliver the amulet to the King of Worms, and she could have persuaded me to join her on that, but no. What is it with these villains and their short-sighted, self-destructive behavior? Make allies. Anyway, I need to get out of Fort Ontus and take the amulet back, blah, blah, blah. Oh my goodness. Why do I even bother sometimes? Do I really need to be going this way? Well, fine. If this is how they want it, this is how they can have it. I absolutely could have been persuaded to turn against the guild. I could have, but no. You know, I wonder...
Hello there. What's going on with you? They say syndicates of wizards have led a boycott of Imperial goods in the land of the Ogma. The Ogma have powerful wizards. It could be a dangerous situation. So long. Good day. Hello? Hello? Who's there? Who's there? What is it? When you visit a way shrine of Zenithar and you've lived a good life by the Nine, you may receive a blessing of luck. Go on. Heard any news from the other provinces? They say
Oh. I don't want multiple Fort Ontus keys. I only need the one. I heard the tink from her dagger falling to the floor. There it is. Come on. Glass dagger, sure, why not?
What's that? I've got to cut down on the ale. Starting to see things, I am. Hello? Who's there?
Oh, I was about to say, how do I get up there? By going that way, that's how. For a moment there, I thought I saw a dart trap or something. Oh, darn it, I missed her and hit the skeleton with the poison.
Well, well, look who we've got here. Whoa. Whoa.
Bow of the Inferno. That's not bad. Looks like a Daedric bow. Too bad I'm not an archer. All right, well. Where does dagger go? These guys are simply no match for me.
Whatever it was, it's gone now.
Wow. You're You're not wrong. I mean, come on. Swarmed by 4 of these guys, and I still just utterly annihilated them. Alright, well, that wasn't too hard. That's what happens when you fight a Cleric of the Divines, who is also incredibly strong against magic. And magic, physical attacks, all of it doesn't really work on Geoffrey anymore. Well, yep, not too hard. Kind of disappointing, though. Would have been nice if you actually could take a branching path where you turn against the Mages Guild and join the Necromancers, because Geoffrey would absolutely be interested. Yeah, unless an argument could be made that they are violating the will of the Divines, and at least as it stands, he's not sure it can be made. But, yeah, unless that argument could legitimately be made, he would absolutely have been open to turning coat and joining Manimarco. You know, at least as an ally, if not a servant. Yeah, he wouldn't be a servant, because he's a servant of the Divines. But, joining Manimarco as an ally, if not a friend, yeah, he would have been open to it. He would have at least been willing to hear them out. But no, they have to just jump straight to trying to kill him. And, you know, that's something Geoffrey knows how to deal with. So, disappointing, but whatever. It is what it is. So, viewers, thank you very much for watching Oblivion Remastered. We have the Necromancer's Amulet. And in the next episode, we will head back to Traven, see if that's good enough for now. It'll probably be a while before we get down to the Leyawen area to get the helm, whatever it is. But yeah, we will head to the Imperial City, see about turning this thing into Traven, and then head north to that cave to find that guy for Oreyn. That is the plan for next time. So, once again, thanks for watching. This has been Geoffrey Gro Geoffrey signing off, and he and I will see you next time.